I'm still so bad at intros. He's like, hello.
It's gonna be great.
Okay, so the first thing I want to talk to you about is, because we're in Montreal, one McGill dropout to another. Where did that line get crossed where you were like, okay, this is not it for me?
So I did one semester, and then I came home for the winter break, and I was talking to my parents, and I was like, yeah, like it's fine, but I don't know if I like love it.
Right.
Like the classes were fine, I was doing well, but it just felt like maybe not the right place for me. And I was like, maybe I'll just finish up the year and see what happens and whatever, just see it through. And they were like, I don't know if it makes sense to like be paying for school if you're not like exactly sure that you want to be there, because it's really expensive. It's a big investment. And so they were like really supportive of me just taking a break from it, which was really nice. I feel like a lot of parents are not like that or would not have that same reaction. So yeah, they kind of helped me get to that decision.
And like, did you know what was next? Was it like, I'm gonna go and like be this, or was it like?
Sort of. I knew about the program that I attended at Seneca College, Independent Music Production, and I was really interested in that. A bunch of my friends had done it, and I was like, I think I want to do that next. So I had like some idea, and I also started teaching at my mom's music school, which was nice. So I had a job, and it was in music, which was the best. And yeah, kind of just went from there.
Sorry, it's actually so unprofessional.
It's literally fine. This happens all the time.
We were gonna print it out, but so like when thinking of like what to talk to you about, I was kind of reflecting on the last time we spoke in like this sort of a context, and it was like I think maybe a month into COVID when like the Twitter thing was like really starting to pop off. Like obviously it's been like just an insane 2 years, or however like. I mean, it's like,
yeah, it's been a while.
And I kind of want to like explore that a little bit with you, but like the first thing that I just kind of on a more surface level, like what's been a big surprise out of the last couple of years of doing what you've been doing?
Definitely the Japanese breakfast tour. I was in the studio with Brayden. We were working on like some finishing touches on the record, and then I just suddenly got a call like Japanese breakfast wants to take you on tour, and that was like totally crazy.
Okay.
That was definitely, I think, the biggest surprise, because I like am such a huge fan, so it was really cool.
Well, and one of the things that was like cool for me to see was just like how so many of the people that like we've talked about like prior to like just the last 2 years, like you know Jason's on your album, like that's like you went on so much happening. Like how have you approached like processing that, and like who's maybe like next on that list?
I don't know if I've like fully processed it. I mean, like it's, yeah, just really, really incredible, and like just kind of cold calling people and having them be down to collaborate and stuff like that is, yeah, just kind of mind blowing. Like with Jason, I hit her up and we just like recorded the parts remotely, and she kind of just like texted me like the part. She's like, how does this sound? And I was like, it's perfect, it's so good. So that was really cool. My dream collaborator is Tame Impala or Kevin Parker. I like always say that. I bought my first guitar because he plays it, and I still play it in the set every day.
Did you see his Beatles collab?
Yeah, it's so funny.
So with both Jason and with Biba Doobie, you had to approach, I think, collaborating kind of differently. But then, like at least on this latest tour, you actually got to play that Silver into Rain with Biba Doobie. Like having done both, playing it in person, but also having like sent each other stuff back and forth to create a song. Like, what's like some learning experiences that you've had through kind of having to balance both?
I think that when we did the remote stuff, I didn't really know what to expect, and I guess I just like trusted that it would be great, and then it was even better than I thought it would be. And I think that, yeah, with like artists that I really look up to and respect, like I think it's easy for me to go into it and be like, this is just gonna be great, like I'm gonna send it to them and it's gonna work out. But one thing that I didn't expect was like how well all the collaborators really like fit into the songs. I think that they really just took the songs and like elevated them, and their parts were different but also meshed so well. And that was definitely something I was really impressed by. And hopefully when I, feature on other people's songs, I can try and take some of that into it.
Yeah.
But playing it live was really cool. It really felt like it rounded out the whole collaboration because it was the first time we actually got to do it together in person.
So like, just my understanding is that you've had this album in one form or another kind of loaded up and ready to go for a while now.
Yeah.
How was the process of like putting out this piece of work sort of impacted and changed by everything that's gone on in the last 2 years? Like, do you think I guess like if you were to like sort of take that alternate universe where like COVID didn't happen, you just kind of kept on grinding it out, doing your thing as you would have, like how would that album have looked different?
Yeah, it's crazy to think about that, especially because we had originally slated it for release in May 2020. It was supposed to come out and we were going to do an independent release. There's no label, there's not really much of a team on board yet, and the album was different too. There was a lot of things we changed. Obviously we added the features after that, we added a couple of new songs, and I redid some stuff. So, I mean, it's hard to say what would have happened. Like, I don't know where I would be today in that alternate universe. But I hope that I can, like, trust that some way or another it would have worked out in a different way.
Yeah.
But it's been an amazing 2 years. I mean, I'm really grateful for everything that's unfolded.
Yeah. In doing just, like, reading a lot of the press around the album, there was a lot of talk about, like, called duality. There's a lot of talk about like what that means to you and how it's like sort of a through line across your life. What's like maybe an element of duality that in your life that you feel like you've not had a chance to talk about?
Oh, interesting. I think one thing that I'm like really trying to work out is like, I guess everyone does, but just a work-life balance. And because as an artist, you're just fully immersing yourself in the work every day, all day.
Right.
And that is definitely like, it's really fulfilling, but it's also very draining sometimes. Yeah. And I guess that's one thing I haven't really talked about that I'm, I guess, working on and figuring out, like, especially as things move forward and I'm touring more often, it's like a big learning curve in terms of how much time I get to spend with like my family and friends and back home, and how much time I'm traveling and all that. So that's definitely a new thing that's coming up.
We have a new segment called The Hot Seat, lightning round of questions. First thing comes to your mind. You need to look at me like you're so scared.
I'm like really racking my brain already for this first one.
They're all easy, I promise. Favorite artist of all time?
I guess Tame Impala.
Okay. Favorite song to play live?
Cherry Pit.
Current song on repeat?
Dirty Dancer by Orion Sun. It's really good.
Okay. If you could play one cover song in your set for the rest of your career, what would it be?
Oh my God.
That's him. That's his genius.
That's hard because it's like, you can't get sick of it.
Yeah.
Honestly, I really find it hard to choose a cover song in general. Like, I never know what to pick when a cover comes up. Maybe like, when I pick up a guitar at home, I always play Mile High Club. So probably something by them. Yeah. Because they've got like, the harmony is really interesting. The bass lines are really cool. I feel like that wouldn't get old very fast. Right. Maybe like Homage or something.
Cool.
Yeah.
And then least favorite city you've ever played?
So rude.
I know.
Fuck, I'm really gonna offend some people right now.
Yeah, okay, let's not do that one. Let's skip that one. She loves them all. They're all great.
Oh yeah, I mean, I had an answer, but I'm not about to say it.
Yeah, that post-rolling.
Yeah.
And then favorite city you've played in?
Favorite city I've played in recently, surprisingly, was Washington, D.C. Because I've never played there before, and I like really wasn't expecting much, and then we got there and it was sold out and the whole crowd was so into it and they all knew all the lyrics, and that was crazy. Yeah. So that recently, that was my favorite city to play.
Cool. Oh shit. What do you know? That's it.
That's it, eh?
That's the last one.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's a good question.